and welcome to Ragnar's Forge. In this video we're going to be taking on the DreadHorn. Now the DreadHorn is a corrupt unicorn located in the Twisted Wheels. DreadHorn's one of the Peerless bosses and is often considered to be one of the easier bosses for Sampire based builds. The reason for this is the DreadHorn likes to do a lot of poison damage, and while we're in Vampiric Embrace we do gain a benefit to poison resistance. So a lot of the time any poison that gets applied to us, we'll just instantly resist it. What we'll do is we're going to go through the process of how to collect the keys. I already have all of the keys already, but we will run through the process on collecting those. And also, in order to fight the DreadHorn, you do need to get a quest from Heartwood. So that's the first thing we're going to do, because in order to enter the dungeon itself, you need to accept the quest. That's the wrong rune book. So what we're going to do, we're going to head to Heartwood, and we need to go to U, because that's where the gate to Heartwood is. So we'll just run over to the centre of town, and we need to speak to one of the NPCs in there and accept a quest for killing the DreadHorn. So here we are. Here's the portal for getting into Heartwood. You can't directly teleport into Heartwood, and we're going to head over here, and then just on this little platform here we've got Lawkeeper Calendor, the Keeper of Tradition. Tell you what, we'll just accept that because I've already done this once. But this is what happens. You double click, they're going to give you the DreadHorn quest. You can read through that if you like. I already know what it is, and then accept. Now we're able to enter the Twisted Wheels. So what we're going to do is we're going to head back out of Heartwood, because you can't teleport out of here either. You can't teleport in, you can't teleport out, you've got to go through this portal. And what we're going to do is we're just going to head over to New Haven. Any moon gate really is where we want to go to. And what we're going to do is head to the blue moon gate. We're going to go to Ilshnar and then Spirituality. So we're at the Spirituality Shrine, and to get to the Twisted Wheels, very, very simple. Just head away from the gate this way. A big rock will pop up there, and then this cave here that's covered in vines. This is where we need to come in. Just watch out, there's some exploding mushrooms on the floor. And then this sparkly portal here is how we get into the Twisted Wheels. Now it won't let you in unless you have the quest. So you've got to have the quest. Now, this is the Twisted Wheels. There's a few things that you can do in here. Obviously there's a champ spawn. This is one of the fairy champ spawns. I think it's Lord Oaks that spawns here. Or it might be one specific to this. I can't remember. It's been a long time since I last did it. We've also got Swoop, and we've got a bunch of coups. You'll see that they're actually aggressive to me. On the UOAlive server, if you don't have pads of the coup on, coups are aggressive towards you. So what we're going to do is we're going to run past these, because in order to get to the DreadHorn and to get to the place where we need to get the keys, ow, that hurt, we need to get through the quicksand maze. And you'll notice that we're not able to run, we have to walk through here. But here is the Thorny Briar. This is one of the keys for the DreadHorn. So if you're doing DreadHorn, grab one of these on your way by. Ignore the harp. That's nothing. I don't actually know why that's there. But let's get through this, and you'll see a bunch of dire wolves up here. This is where one of the keys is located. This is Nor's cave, and in here you've got Nor, the dire wolf. You can see that the satyrs and dryads have got me partially undressed. Yeah, so this is Nor. Nor has one of the keys that we need to get. I'm not using the best weapon for this, but give you an idea. This is one of the oh, there's a wolf statue. Put that in the bag. We need to kill Nor in order to get Nor's Fang. And you can see here that the keys have got a lifespan of 6 days, so that means you can collect a bunch in advance and then just bash them out when you've got time. The thing about Nor is he likes to summon lots of wolves, so having an AoE weapon to kill him is generally pretty good. We will eventually get it. There we go. Well, the keys aren't a guaranteed drop, so in this instance we didn't get the keys. Am I collecting stuff? I am. Alright, so that's no. That's 2 of the keys that we need. I just realised this is dumping stuff in that bag. Not ideal. There's Urk. Urk is another one of the key holders. We need to get Urk's brain, which we've got here. And then we've got Sabrix, which is one of the spiders. So we need to get Sabrix's eye. And then we've got Lithith. And we need to get Lithith's web, silk even. And then we also need the blighted cotton, which is actually just lying around on the ground here. So once we've got all the keys, let's just kill these things here. Actually, tell you what we'll do. We're going to run over here and just hide real quick, just to get rid of everything following us. So this little statue here, statue of the fair, this is where we need to deposit the keys in order to get to the DreadHorn. So let me just quickly tidy up this inventory a little bit and just turn off one of my loot macros because I didn't realise I had that running still. Open that. Right, there we go. And what we're going to do is we're just going to drop the keys on the statue one at a time. So we drop the blighted cotton on there, the thorny briar, the silk, Gnor's tooth, Urk's brain, and then finally Sabrix's eye. And that's give us a bunch of potions. Essence of wind. Now these only last for 9 minutes, and you get 3 of them. And by double clicking on this, it will teleport us over onto this island here, where the DreadHorn is located. Now if you're in a group and you're in a party, the party leader or whoever it is that deposits the keys on the statue will be the one who gets the essence of wind, and as long as one person in the party double clicks on the essence, everybody else in the party will get this pop up. And basically what it says is if you die in the teleported place, your corpse will remain there and you may not be able to recover your items. Is this okay? So bear that in mind. If you do go and do the DreadHorn, if you die there, it may be difficult to get your body back. But we're going to go for it. And here we are. So I'm just going to put all my buffs on. I'm going to enemy of 1. And here's the DreadHorn. So just go for it. We'll start attacking. Now the weapon I'm using is a Fey Slayer. The DreadHorn is weak to Fey Slayers, so make sure to use one of those if you can. As you can see, it's constantly poisoning us, but because we have a combination of Vampiric Embrace and we've also got over 80 healing, we're able to handle any poisons that get chucked at us. Now this fight is going to take a little bit longer than Knavery that we did in the last video, just because the DreadHorn has a bit more HP, but it shouldn't take us long. And we'll pop back once we've got once we've got the health down a little bit more. Okay, so we've got DreadHorn down, nearly completely dead. One of the notable drops that we can get from the DreadHorn and all of the Peerless bosses is the Crimson Signature Half Apron. You can see I'm wearing one here. Gives nice bonuses for a dex-based build, 5 dex, 10 hit points, 2 hit point regen, and it's basically free stats on a clothing item. One other thing I want to note as well is I'm using a hit fatigue broadsword, just like in the Knavery video. draining the stamina of the DreadHorn so that it can't hit me as much. Just works out really well for us. And let's see if we're lucky and we get a crimson. Now I'm not exactly sure on the drop rate of the crimson, but DreadHorn is one of the places you can get it from. DreadHorn will also drop things like the DreadHorn main and a lot of the Peerless ingredients like blight and corruption and stuff, and you need a lot of these items, and the DreadHorn main specifically for the Scrapper's Condenium spellbooks. So once you've got the recipe for that from Heartwood, well, you can then craft them using the drops from DreadHorn. We did get a primer for archery, but we didn't get a crimson this time. Let's have a look at some of the loot that we've got here. Ages of Grace and the Fey leggings and a plate of honour. I'll grab that plate of honour. Ages of Grace and Fey leggings. A couple of minor artifacts. Got a DreadHorn tainted mushroom. Nice piece of deco if you're into that sort of thing. And talismans. We've got some really good. We've got a good chance of getting some decent talismans. But this time, nothing of note. What I'm looking for with talismans is high crafting percentages for exceptional and just regular crafting percent. And my auto looter will have taken care of any major artifacts and things that we grab. And any legendary items as well, usually come into this bag. But looking through, there's not really anything of note that I think's worth grabbing right now. But if we go to the very end, aha, here we go. We've got the DreadHorn main, with some corruption, some blight, some taint, putrefaction and scourge. Want to make sure we grab all of those. These are the Peerless ingredients that we need for crafting a lot of specific items that you can only make through either special recipes or you need the materials from these bosses in order to make them. You also get a lot of scrolls. You've got a lot of spellweaving scrolls, a lot of magery scrolls, and that's pretty much it. Now, in order to leave the area, you just pop over here to where the boat is, and it teleports you onto the boat. If you keep walking out, it'll ask you, do you wish to teleport? Yes. And we pop out back into the cave where we started. And we're back at the entrance of the cave. And there we have it. And there we have a very quick DreadHorn run. One thing I like to do is I like to gather up maybe 10 sets of keys at a time and just run DreadHorn a bunch of times, collecting up all these ingredients just because they're really nice to have. They're used in a lot of crafting recipes, they're usually in pretty high demand, and the DreadHorn main especially is good because that's what you need to craft the Scrapper's Condenium, and that's a very popular spellbook for a lot of mages. But yeah, there we have it. If you do have any questions about the build, you can find a lot of information on the UOAlive Discord, and if you want to get in touch with me, just give us a shout on there as well. Thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.